And because you bring that up, I actually do want to read from your book, Something to Forgive. She writes a book and she subtitles it A Blueprint for Breaking the Chains We Cannot See. And you start with a flashback. And I know I really want to read this because you bring that up, and I know that many of our listeners understand flashbacks, know what it is. And you say, closed eyes slowly opening to blurry white light, water streaming. How long have I been crying? I'm drenched, wet, submerged, pounded. But this water is not from tears. It's warm, relentless, beating down all around me. Slowly, realization sets in. I'm crumpled in an awkward heap at the base of my shower, suspended in time, unable to move. From somewhere deep inside me, a whisper, you must forgive him. So what you just shared is that moment where, and how many listeners can understand what I want to stop on that before we move on, because I think it's so significant. No matter what the pain is, no matter what we've gone through, to come to this moment in life where now all of a sudden we have this burden. Our body is beginning to speak out the pain, the unforgiveness. So you've gone through this unwanted divorce, and in this is your deepest heartbreak that you've experienced in life. From reading those words, that's the way I take it. Is that true about that time?
Yeah, it really was. I felt such a deep betrayal, and I just was not able to sort of deal with it. It was just sort of all encompassing at that time. And
right. And rejection,
rejection.
One of the things I think about pain is, as I read your words, it is the absence of all good things, but really all trauma, all pain is really, at the end of it, I think the worst is rejection. And when a child's hurt, it's rejection. When you lose a marriage, it's really kind of rejection, right? And I always think about, I remember Jesus on the cross when he cried out and said, my God, why did you forsake me? It was a separation. It was a bit of a rejection, if you will. You know what I mean? So talk about how that found, now all of a sudden you find your body is playing this out, right?
Yeah, for sure. And I think I was in a bit of denial about that. I had to come face to face with truth, the truth that had happened, and the truth that I did need to forgive, and I had to get clear about what that meant and what it didn't mean, because in that process too, and again, I'm not trying to go deeply into the book, I did start studying some of the things that you clearly are certified in about how these things are, they do affect us neurologically, emotionally, physically, spiritually. There's no separation of the thing. That thing has to be dealt with because it will affect you on every level. And